Hey students, in this video I'm going to go through the answers for the Cumulative Practice Chapter 7. Number 1, a cruise ship is carrying a total of 4,971 people. Each lifeboat can hold a maximum of 150 people. What is the minimum number of lifeboats needed to evacuate everyone on the cruise ship? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide the number of people by the number of people per boat, and that should tell me how many boats that I need. So 150 doesn't fit into 4 or 49. It's going to fit into 497 3 times because 150 plus another 150 is 300. Another one gives us 450. So 3 times 150 is 450. When I subtract, I get 7 minus 0 is 7, and 9 minus 5 is 4. And then I bring down the 1. And now I'm going to try and put 150 into 471. That's going to fit 3 times again. 3 times 150 is 450. And when I subtract, 1 minus 0 is 1, 7 minus 5 is 2. I get a remainder. This remainder represents how many people are still left. So we get 33 boats, but we still have some people left over. So I need an additional boat. I'm going to need 34 boats to fit everybody. Number 2, which number is equivalent to the expression? We're going to use GEMDAS for this. So there's no grouping symbols. I do have exponents. 4 to the second power means 2 4s multiplied together. 4 times 4 is 16. All right, now I'm going to multiply and divide left to right. So I'm going to do this multiplication and then follow it by that division. So 3 times 16 is 48. And then 6 divided by 2 is 3. And then finally, I'm going to add those. 48 plus 3 is 51. So the correct answer should be 51. Number 3, what is the volume of the package? So volume is when you multiply length, width, and height, all 3 measurements together. So that's what I'm going to do. Volume equals length, 8 times width, 10 times height, 6. 8 times 10 is 80. And when I do 80 times 6, I'm just going to do 8 times 6, 48, and then put a 0 on the end, 480. So it'd be 480 inches cubed. Number 4, a housing community started with 60 homes. In each of the following years, 8 more homes were built. Let Y represent the number of years that have passed since the first year, and let N represent the number of homes. Which equation represents the relationship between N and Y? So these are all saying that the number of homes equals something. Well, I know the number of homes should start at 60. And then I should be adding 8 every year. Years is represented by Y. So it should be 60 homes plus 8 per year. 8 times Y, option F. All right, number 6, what is the surface area of the square pyramid? So surface area is when you find the area of each face and add them all together. So I have 4 triangles that will all be the same. A triangle is base times height divided by 2. So the triangle is 3 times 5 divided by 2. 3 times 5 is 15, and 15 divided by 2 is going to be 7.5. Now I have 4 of those, so I'll add 4 of them to that. And then I also have the bottom. The bottom is a square, so each side is 3 inches. So a square is length times width, where both are the same, so 3 times 3, which is going to be 9. So I'll also add 9 to this. When I use a calculator to add all of these up together, I am going to get 39. 39. And this actually should have been number 5. That was my bad. That should have been number 5. Okay, number 6. A wooden box has a length of 12 inches, a width of 6 inches, and a height of 8 inches. Which rectangular prism represents the wooden box? Well, height, the one I'm going to focus on is that height means 8 inches. Height is 8 inches, and height is how tall it is. The only one that's showing the height being 8 inches is this one. Now it asks what is the surface area in square inches of the wooden box. So I need to find the area of each face and add them all together. So for the top and the bottom, they're going to be the same. I have length and width 12 times 6, which is going to be 72. So 72 for the top and bottom. Both sides will be the same, and they're rectangles that are 8 by 6. So 8 times 6 is 48. Same for both. And finally, I have the front and the back. Those will be the same as well. Those have length and width of 12 and 8. So that's going to be 96 for both. And then when I add them all together in my calculator, I'm going to get 432. So the area should be 432 square inches. Now part C says you have a 2 fluid ounce sample of wood stain that covers 900 square inches. Is this enough to give the entire box 2 coats of stain? Well, if I want 2 coats of stain, I need to cover that amount, 432, twice. If I add that together, I get 864, which is less than 900. So yes, I do have enough to cover that twice. Okay, I'm on number 7. What is the area in square yards of the triangle? So remember, the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So 5 times 8 divided by 2. 5 times 8 is 40, divided by 2 is 20. The area should be 20. Number 8, which expression is equivalent to 12 over 35? So what I need to do is I need to go through each of these, and I need to find the one that when I keep, change, flip it, I get 12 over 35. So I'm just going to pick this one first. Keep, change, flip. If I look for cross canceling, I can divide 6 and 9 by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. When I multiply across, though, I can already see 5 times 3, that's 15. That's not correct, so not option A. Next one, again, keep, change, flip. Keep 2 sevenths, change to multiplication, flip the second fraction. For cross canceling, I can divide 2 and 6 by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. When I multiply straight across, I already know it's not going to work because 1 times 5 is 5, and that's not what I'm looking for. Next, keep 2 sevenths, change to multiplication, flip the second fraction. With this one, there is no cross canceling, so I'm just going to multiply straight across. 2 times 6 is 12, promising so far, and 7 times 5 is 35. So look at that, it did work. Option C is the correct answer. 11, the description below represents the area of which polygon? 1/2 the product means multiplication, of its height, h, and the sum of its bases, meaning the bases added together. Well, there is only one figure we learned about that has 2 bases, and that was a trapezoid. That's where we added those 2 bases together, multiplied by the height, and divided by 2, cut it in half. And this was number 9. And finally, number 10. What is the missing quantity in the double number line? So this is kind of like a ratio table, but it's difficult to go straight from 6 to 21. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go backwards to 3. I'm going to divide it by 2. And I'm going to do the same to the top. 150 divided by 2 is 75. That's going to be easier to get over to 21 because now I can do 3 times 7 to get 21. And now I will do 75 times 7. If I do that, 5 times 7 is 35. 7 times 7 is 49. Plus 3 is 52, 525 ounces.